Welcome to the Red Mountain Railroad.
This is a little diorama I built uh, that kind of depicts my first Red Mountain Railroad layout. It's on a shelf in my den, just a little diorama. But on it, I got some of my earliest equipment, my model railroading equipment. Everything here is at least 55 years old, maybe older. But the one that started it all, the very first one, was this little locomotive right here, number 23, Red Mountain Railroad number 23. And this video today is about Red Mountain Railroad 23, my first locomotive, my first HO locomotive. This is the locomotive that started it all for me. I received this locomotive. It was a Tyco General in a set for Christmas of 1957. So this year, this locomotive will be 65 years old. She still runs fine, and now that I can switch back and forth between DCC and DC, I'm going to be able to run this locomotive. So in this video, we're going to get the locomotive cleaned up and take her for a little run. Interesting thing about this locomotive, Red Mountain Railroad number 23. As I said, it started life as a Tyco General for the Western and Atlantic Railroad. Over the years, it's been painted a number of different schemes. I've changed the smokestack on it, added coal instead of wood to the tender. It's been painted in B&O paint, Union Pacific paint, and various Red Mountain Railroad paint schemes. But this is the way it's been for the last, I would say, probably at least 50 years. So let's see her run. Because this baby's been sitting on a shelf for probably at least 15 years, maybe longer than that, we need to clean it up, lubricate it, make sure all the running gear is fine. I know it runs. I ran it before I started this video, but I want it running well, and I want to make sure it's properly lubricated. Interesting, there's the you can see the red. That was the original color when I received it back in 1957. Here's a typical General locomotive, Tyco General. They were made for a number of years, but this is what this one would have looked like when it was new. Very similar to this. Anyway, but this one is not mine. This one is, it is mine, but it's not my original one. This is my original one, and I want to get my original one, the one that started all my HO railroading, my HO railroading journey. Started it all. This particular locomotive, I want to get it up and running again, and with a couple cars, and so we're going to go and clean her up right now. Now that we got the locomotive clean, lubricated, we're going to take it for a run. Back years ago, when I was in college, I belonged to a model railroad club at the college, and when I went away, I took this locomotive with me in a couple cars, and I would have a ball just running this thing all over their huge layout. And it was a great running little locomotive, and back then, and I'm sure it still is now. Just haven't run it for a long time. So here we go. Let's see what we got. Okay, well, here we are at Justin Junction Station. The end of the run. Great first run. Uh, Hope to run some more of my old locomotives on DC. It was fun doing this, but runs great for a 65-year-old locomotive. Actually, probably doing better than I am. See you in the next video.